Hi everyone, it's me, Kat, again. So today I wanted to talk about becoming an empowered empath. Um, I think it's a very funny path for me personally. I think that there is a lot of power and grace in feeling other people's emotions, but with that, I think it comes a territory of having to sort of understand how to navigate that in the world because as you know already, it can be a struggle to be able to take on other people's emotions in certain situations. And there are times where you feel as if you are a mirror for other people. If somebody is angry, then sometimes you might even be keen to match that. Um, in my experience, I find that in conflict, I sort of subconsciously embody how the other person is feeling. And in retrospect, it is not exactly a healthy way to interact with the world, especially when you're at an impasse with another person. So, for me, being an empowered empath is understanding the roots and context of every emotion in different situations. I actually have a oracle deck that's kind of helped me navigating emotions with color. It's called the Prism Oracle deck. So I actually wanted to do a reading along with this talk. So because it's important to get into states of understanding and how you apply that in daily life. So I guess we can just pull one card. This is kind of the vibe of the deck. It's different sort of what's the word like not rudimentary, but basic symbols and using them to purvey meanings of subjective things. Maybe they're objective, but everyone has their different perceptions, which is kind of the part of it. So, rest is the card I pulled. So, what we can invoke from this, and especially with green, green brings to mind to me one of the most expansive color systems that most people can see with their eyes. Green reflects a high amount of light, and we're able to see so many spectrums of it, much like emotion. And with the empath um, thing, rest is also very important. So that's another good part of it. Understanding when you are at your limit, especially around other people, can be a very empowering thing. I would say I'm mostly extroverted, but I know that with a lot of people that can kind of take on the energies of other people, it can easily overwhelm and kind of feel disempowering. So I guess sort of call to action to this kind of thing is to learn how to take your energy back. So pulling yourself out of the situations that you feel heavily involved in because at the end of the day, although you feel and understand other people and you seek to hold space for them and to help, it really isn't your core job to fix or to especially heal other people's issues. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And also just to note, like, um, make sure to take lots of rest for yourself. This is a very funny thing for me to talk about because another paradox to this kind of thing is a lot of people who say that they're empaths usually are perceived as people who are not empathic and maybe come across as a bit narcissistic and misunderstanding of the term. And that's kind of why I try not to come out about my experience with it, mostly because of those perceptions. But as you know, the world is changing and the paradigm is shifting, and empaths are very good at that pattern recognition, I would say. And that's just again from my experience. But I'm kind of cooking up some things too. I wanted to say, I want to facilitate a space. I'm setting an intention for this year to kind of expand myself a lot more, and I want to share things that I've learned. I want to, you know, there's the paradox again. Like I say that your job isn't to help people, but then there is also the thing about being an empath where it is also a gift of healing too. It's not specifically your job to heal everyone, but you also have the capacity to help people heal. It kind of is a really good basis for energy healing and psychology and therapy. You have that understanding of your internal world, and you can not so much project it, but, you know, help guide people through that with your knowing and inner knowledge. So, very powerful thing that I'm talking about today. So, yeah, I wanted to share that. And also, I hope everyone is having a fabulous Friday. And I know that I am. I went on a very nice walk, and I'm currently following my joy. And part of my joy is speaking and learning and reading cards. And I will pull another card from the deck because I actually want to get into starting a tarot practice. So if anyone is watching and you're curious about divination, or you want to have like an oracle reading to kind of read to help navigate some things you're experiencing, I am going to start opening bookings. So, yeah, to end this cleanse. I would say that this is very cleansing for me to talk about too. Um, because I'll say this, the shadow side of the empath is like a dark empath or even a sociopath, because they can read people better than they can read themselves at times without knowing. So it's a very fine line, but that's everything. Every concept that we encounter can be seen from two altering perspectives. So I'll leave it with a cleanse, and um, remember that your body cleanses itself, but your mind does need a bit of help to navigate that as well. So um, thank you for listening. This was me. Okay.